What do you get when you mix one of the most intimidating Rainbow Six operators with a saxophone? Hint, it is not Rainbow Sax. If you could dine with one Ubisoft character, who would it be? And just what is this Watch Dogs 2 inner circle we keep hearing about? I'm Zach, and we will get to the bottom of these questions in The Blend. The Watch Dogs fan art we are seeing continues to impress, and we're kicking things off with another speed painting of Wrench. This comes courtesy of Flow Nation YT, who takes us through the process of this detailed and vibrant partnership between man and machine with Wrench Jr., a pairing that goes together like a bold Malbec and dark chocolate. Move over garden gnomes, this Wrench Jr. would be a perfect fit on anyone's lawn. Serving as a perch for Sitara Bird, artist El Kikai shares his awesome and super original take on the DeadSec crew. I'm sure Josh the Cat will get plenty of love as well. The cosplay for Watch Dogs has been pretty damn impressive too. Not sure who's behind the mask in this pick from Gamescom, but thumbs up to you. It is wicked, and it can be found on the Ubisoft Facebook page. Over at PAX, where the community team was also representing, we go through the lens of For Honor community developer Emil, or Space Elephant as he's known online. It's got the finished product of Lori O's cosplay, which was featured in an early stage on the previous episode. Now, speaking of which, here's Ak Draymond's Marcus in action. Our first look at Chino Chinaco's Sitara, and now the DeadSec crew, except with Ubisoft star player Long Tran proving that there can be more than one Marcus. Last one from Watch Dogs 2. I friggin' love low poly art, and this is no exception. This gorgeous piece comes from Redditor User Is Into, who tells me that there are 1,890 total objects or polygons in this Marcus Holloway rendition. The process User Is Into tells me is all done by hand with a bit of post-production involved in the background and blurring. Here's an Arnaud from Assassin's Creed Unity, which User Is Into made with 1,311 total objects, all of which are glorious. We're showing off some 3D modeling for the first time thanks to the fine work of Ahmed Jamil. Crafted with The Division in mind, Ahmed says he was inspired by the game's customization so much that he decided to create his own character. By the way, you may remember Alpha from the last episode as well. He's adding some narrative to the quality photography for his Division cosplay as part of #BrokenVanguard. Oh, and he's also added the Dark Zone voice to his backpack.
Your Division affiliation has been disavowed. You are now marked as rogue.
All right, from the contaminated to the colorful. This has that classic playful Ubi feel, which I really dig. Artist Bradley Hernandez brings together the worlds of the Rabbids, Beyond Good and Evil, and Rayman for quite the mashup. I want to share a few pieces we've seen come down from Rainbow Six as well, and we're going to start with Valkyrie as drawn by Arantxa Mintagiaga. The lines, the subtle color, it just all works so well together. And from Sam Morris Code, it's a vibrant Caveira from Season 3's Brazilian CTU Bopé. She's got that look that just may coerce you into revealing the location of all your teammates. Finally, we're off to Priest's YouTube channel. And Lord Chanka, if you could please play us out. Ooh, the earworm is strong in that one. Seriously though, thank you guys so much for doing what you are doing and sharing it with us. Just amazing stuff. Quick question, if you could take any one Ubisoft character to dinner, who would it be? We put that question to some fine folks who passed by the Ubi booth at Fan Expo Canada.
I think if I had an opportunity to take a Ubisoft character to dinner, it would have to be Ezio from Assassin's Creed Revelations in particular, as he's his elderly self.
Pagan Mid, because he seems like a pretty funny guy. I like his personality. He seems like pretty crazy, but he seems kind of like got that elegant, sophisticated side to him as well.
Oh my god, Jacob Fry. I need the sass in my life. I need a man like Jacob Fry in my life because of the sass. And he's just hilarious and awesome.
If I could have dinner with one Ubisoft character, it would be Edward Kenway.
It would have to be Ash. from Rainbow Six Siege. Well, just because, well, she's badass, and I think she'd make a great dinner date.
Farah from Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, mostly because I know more about her than she knows about me, and I think that'll be funny.
I would probably pick Ezio, just because there'd be a lot to talk about, and there would just be you know, a lot of like little history characters, you know, finding like Da Vinci and like all those other characters. I think he would definitely have some stories to tell about those guys.
That would have to be Evie Fry from Assassin's Creed, because, I mean, I don't think that requires an explanation.
Lots of love for the assassins in that one. Who would you choose? We do have a couple more questions that we want to share with you, but first, let's check in with the Watch Dogs 2 community team and find out about what it is that they are calling the Inner Circle.
Hi everyone, my name is Chase Strait, community developer on Watch Dogs 2, and we are here at Ubisoft Montreal, where we've spent the last couple days with the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle is our community leaders program, where we bring some of the top contributing members of the Watch Dogs community a little bit closer to us. In the last 2 days, they've gotten to come here, get presentations from the dev team, play missions that no one's ever seen, play multiplayer modes, sit down with artists, and generally just have a great time and give us their feedback.
Give us an opportunity and insight to what everybody on this team's working nonstop to bring this game to us, and it's just an amazing experience.
Great time, and great talking to you, and see that you're all just a bunch of nerds.
Yes, that has to go in. That has to go in, thanks.
Well, I've been drawing since I was about 6 years old, but I'm self-taught. I guess I just kind of take concepts from the game or themes from the game. Usually it's like jokes or things that I've discovered in the game, and I just kind of want to share with other people and share the experience with them.
Well, I just got to say, this new mode, the bounty, it's either, you know, this is something that's going to change online for Watch Dogs.
Suddenly put us in a room with all of these Ubisoft employees watching us, facing off against these like protesters, and we apparently were just amazing with an adrenaline rush. So I got 5 kills in.
So 3 of us were going against the tester, and we were hunting him, and I did take him down one time.
I love the first one, but this one is just so much bigger, and I just, walking through the studio and seeing everybody working so hard on it, you can see that there was a lot of love put into it, so that's my biggest takeaway.
What you're seeing here is a huge recap of a similar initiative from the Division's community team, where they invited 13 super dedicated players to meet with the dev team at Massive in Sweden. From Deep Fried Dave's post on Reddit, which is definitely worth digging into, to some tweets from other participants, this group that they're calling the Elite Task Force is clearly invested in helping provide critical feedback to further improve the game. Meantime, back to Fan Expo we go for another question. If you could have any Ubisoft character be your wingman or wingwoman, who would it be?
I would like to say Raymond, because he's quite an interesting individual, so I think he would be quite an interesting wingman to bring.
It'll be Ezio, because I think he'll know what he's doing.
Probably Evie Fry, to be honest. I think Evie and I are very similar, and she would probably be, I'm a little bit more introverted. I think Evie would be able to help me out, so.
It would be between Ezio, because you know his crass attitude is just gonna like cut to the throat. He's gonna be like, stop the BS, let's just get to the point. Are you gonna do this or not? And then the other one, no, never mind. It'd be Ezio.
Considering I play a lot of Siege, I would have to say Thatcher. Well, mainly because he's also pretty badass.
I was originally going to say Ezio, but when he's younger, but now I'm actually thinking I'd rather take Jacob Fry from Syndicate, because I think he would just be really fun to go out with, and I know if he gets in a fight, I know at least I'm covered.
Edward from Assassin's Creed 4, just because he's a pirate, he knows how to drink. It'd be a good time.
I feel like Ezio would help a lot, because he'd like boost you, and he would like lie a little bit to make you seem a lot cooler, so.
Well, Ezio's clearly keeping busy as a man of the people. In case you missed it, the Ezio Collection was just announced and will be available in November. As for some other things you may have missed, here are some recent happenings from the Ubisoft community team. The 3rd episode of the CODEX went live from the Assassin's Creed community team. They share their experiences from San Diego Comic-Con and Gamescom, as well as a look into how missions are made in AC. Watch Dogs community developer Hanny took some cosplayers to a DIY goggles workshop during PAX West. The For Honor community team's been busy. Mr. Pope went and made another baby. Congrats to Eric and his expanded family. Aside from the miracle of life, though, the For Honor team did do some wicked streams for the closed alpha. They also shared a robust fan kit featuring concept art, wallpapers, and tons of profile pictures and banners. And if you're into lore, Space Elephant put out the third installment of A Tale of Weapons, focusing this time on the samurai's Hanjo Masamune. And lastly, Far Cry community developer Matthias shared this interview with cosplayer and author Emily from Scarlet Costuming and Art. From Primal, this Batari is ridiculous. Find out what went into it on FarCryGame.com. And one more time to Fan Expo. Which of the 3 For Honor factions would you wed, bed, and behead?
Okay, so wed the Viking, bed the knight, and behead the samurai.
And why?
I don't know. I think knights are pretty, you know, mysterious, and I think they'd be good. And let's see, Vikings. I think I'd like somebody to take care of me, protect me. Pretty tough guy. And samurais. I don't know. I've never really seen the hype in samurais. I know. Oh my God, everyone's gonna hate me for this. But they had the samurai. I'm sorry, samurai lovers. No offense.
Wed from the samurai. They seem very protective around, so it'll be nice to be part of the family. But the knights, because I think, you know, I like to see the castle from the inside. That'll be nice too. And Vikings, I don't know. I think they'll behead me if I don't behead them first. So
to marry, I'd probably marry the samurai, because it'd be pretty awesome to say that you married a samurai. I'd probably want to behead a Viking, because it just seems like something that's fitting for a Viking. I behead them, take them to bed. Okay, I think we'd go for the knights.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I'd like to say that I've been to bed with a knight in shining armor.
I'd wed the samurai because they're honorable. They'd never leave you or cheat. I would bed the knights because they're gorgeous, let's be honest. And the Vikings, they pillage and kill, so I'd kill them.
I'd wed the samurai. I'd bed the Vikings, because that'd be rough and that'd be fun. And then I'd behead the knights, like how most of them go out.
That was tons of fun. For the record, I would wed the samurai because they are elegant and loyal. I would bed the knights because I deserve respect in the boudoir. And I would behead the Vikings because they are crass and, quite frankly, unkempt. Those fine people who answered the questions will actually get to ask the questions on the next episode, so make sure you subscribe to be notified when we go live. If you want to be a part of the show, featured on Community Creations or otherwise, hit us up via email, theblend@ubisoft.com, or on Twitter, @theblendUbi. Connect with us. If you like the show, give us a thumbs up, and if you are just jumping on board, I think you should totally check out some of our earlier episodes as well. Tell your friends as well. You seem cool. I'd imagine your friends are pretty cool as well. Much love. Peace!